Founders Award is special in itself because it's named after Father Welsh, and it distinguished somebody who has given of their time to St. Ignatius in different ways. And Uncle Bob certainly has done that. He has been active in the Alumni Fund, as well as being a coach of the golf team on and off for the last 14 or 15 years, as well as being chairman of the Alumni Golf Committee, which he has since handed off to his son. You know, and as a golf coach, has helped to mentor young men on the golf team, some of them who've gone on to play college golf. But I think more importantly as well, to help mold boys into becoming men for others.
I would describe my dad as a very easygoing, affable, friendly, considerate person. As a coach, he played golf at Ignatius, and now he's an assistant coach, and he did it several years in the 90s and the early 2000s, and then he started up again just a few years ago. He stayed involved, and that was his way of giving back. I mean, he's always been so passionate about golf, and so I would say that there's just another aspect of his service back to Ignatius.
You know, he's a competitor. That's probably the one thing that would stand out, you know, in talking to him now as he coaches the Ignatius team with PJ and seeing him still on the golf course. You know, we have suggested to Bob that he might want to play from the white tees. He won't do it. He'll always play from the blue tees, doesn't want to give an inch on the course, loves to compete, loves the game, and you know, that's really how I think of him. Just has a lot of energy and wants to keep going and still wants to get that $5 out of my pocket every Sunday or Saturday when we play.
Bob is a very good golfer. After college, he was a pro for a while. And he loves the game of golf, and he had the reputation of being a very good teacher as a golf pro. So naturally, his kids were all golfers. The alumni tournament is named after Bob's nephew and my nephew, Tom Koch, who passed away when he was a sophomore here.
When you look at the prayer for generosity and you see, you know, part of that says, you know, to labor and not to ask for a reward. That is truly the essence of Bob and how he feels about the Ignatius institution. He's down here almost every day, you know, meeting with the athletic department, meeting with advancement. His involvement in the, you know, Thomas Cook Golf Invitational is, you know, the sole alumni event that we have for golf, and that generates a tremendous amount of revenue and opportunity for students to be able to come to St. Ignatius that maybe normally wouldn't. Hundreds of alumni getting together and socializing and sharing stories about, you know, our time at Ignatius, but also, you know, about time with Bob, and we wouldn't have that without him. It really is the core of who he is as a coach, as a person, as somebody who is just genuinely involved in the Ignatius community.
Bob really embodies that through what he's done with the alumni golf outing, and you know, it started off, his nephew passed away in 1985 after a brief battle with cancer. He was a sophomore here at Ignatius, and Bob really rallied some of his friends and family to host a golf outing in his nephew's memory. And it was a very humble beginning for the event, and oftentimes we see that these golf outings kind of fade away over time, and he's really stuck with it, and it's become one of our marquee events, certainly from a fundraising standpoint, but from bringing the alumni community together. And now, in a couple years, this golf outing that's hosted in memory of his nephew will pay the tuition of a student at Ignatius in perpetuity. It's really become one of our marquee events, and Bob has been essential to growing that.
He knows a lot of people, he's really likable, and he has been exceedingly generous, I would say, with his time and energy that he's given me in helping to introduce Urban to a lot of different audiences as well that wouldn't know him if not for Bob. And now, you know, if you were to come to our benefit in September, you would see a lot of cooks and a lot of people connected to the cooks, and that's Bob, because he really enjoys it, and he's, you know, a really good friend. If you're in the circle you're in, and he'll really do everything he can to support you.
And on the golf course, I mean, there are lots of things that can go wrong. And Bob's, I've never, ever once thought or questioned his integrity. I mean, Bob's integrity on the golf course it's impeccable. You know, and that's what makes him a great guy, because you know what? People are gonna play by the rules. And Bob's always upheld the rules, and he's been a really good example for younger kids and myself that, this is the right way to do things. I think he's always kind of structured his life around what's right and doing what's right.
We're all just very proud of him. He has definitely set a tremendous example for me, my brothers, my older sister, to believing in the mission. His faith, his family are first and foremost. Golf is not far behind, but that was his avenue to give back. So, when you factor in faith, you factor in family, you factor in something that you're passionate about like golf, and then you find an opportunity where you can give back, it turns into quite a big contribution, which was through the alumni golf outing and what it's grown into, through the golf team and the impact that he has on these kids. He's certainly deserving of this honor, for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to my family for putting up with me, and especially my wife. Come August 1st, when the golf season starts, I am gone until the end of October, and she's been behind me 100% in everything. I thank Brian Becker and Patrick Myers for the opportunity to do that. And I really thank the men that have been on the golf committee with me through the years. And now that my son has taken over as chairman of the committee the last 3 years, I thank him for the work that he's doing. Winning this award is a complete surprise to me. I'm very grateful. It means that maybe I have contributed something to the school, to the students, to the alumni.